Hi, everyone, and welcome to the February Tech Talk on Hidden Gems in Preflight. My name is Lori Kasuba, and I'm the Community Manager for AcrobatUsers.com. Today's presentation will be detailing how to work with the Preflight tool in Acrobat 9 Pro and Extended. So, for example, we'll be discussing how to check whether your PDFs have been OCR'd so they're searchable, or if they're black and white versus color information inside of them. This Tech Talk is also going to be recorded, so you can come back and review portions of the demonstration at your leisure. We also have other experts assisting us today to help answer your questions, so feel free to submit your questions in the chat pod. Before we go ahead and get started, I wanted to invite you to answer a few simple questions. We'd like to understand what version of Acrobat you use, what industry you use Acrobat in, and this will provide Leonard some useful background for his presentation. We'll go ahead and give a few minutes for the polls to finish up here. Looks like most of you had finished answering the polls, and most of you are using at this point Acrobat 9 with the Pro version in the creative area of focus with a little bit of familiarity with the Preflight tool. So thanks so much for your feedback, and we really appreciate your information today. And now I'd like to move on and introduce our presenter. Joining us today from Adobe Systems is Leonard Rosenthal. Leonard is the PDF standards architect for Adobe Systems. And in this role, he serves as a technical expert for the U.S. delegation to the ISO TC171 and TC130, as well as the Adobe representative to the ICC and ETSI. Welcome, and thanks for joining us today, Leonard.
Thank you, Lori. I appreciate it. So I want to spend today, there's no PowerPoint, there's no slides here. I actually want to demonstrate the product. Now, I happen to be demonstrating today on the Microsoft Windows platform, only because it just happened to be most convenient for me where I was located today. But everything you're going to see today works just as well, and actually in one case that I'll talk about, actually better, on the Macintosh. So everything you see today is cross-platform, as is most of the Acrobat product. And not an issue since everyone is already using it, but Preflight is only in the Pro and the Pro Extended versions of the Acrobat product family. It's been in the product since Acrobat 6 or 7, but we've continued to advance it. And in fact, Acrobat 9 is the most advanced version of Preflight in a long time. We really spent a lot of time with it, between 8 and 9. And what that means, and the reason why I wanted to do this talk today, is there's a lot of stuff hidden inside most people don't know about. And even more so, most people continue to associate pre-flighting with the creative professional market and really don't think about it for other segments and all of the many, many ways in which PDF can be used. So what I want to do is show you that certainly pre-flight itself is not scary, and that really without too much extra knowledge, you can get a lot of use out of it, and there's many things that you can do with it. Very common ask that I see online all the time that's already built into the product, but unfortunately sort of hidden away in Preflight where many people don't go to look. So let's take a look, go through it. Also, as Lori said, the Q&A pods are open and questions. So if you have things as we go along, just go ahead and drop them in the pod. I've got some great help today from Tim Plummer and others. So they'll be answering some of the questions while I'm continuing the demo. And I'll take some breaks along the way, see if there's any outstanding questions. Please just drop in your questions as we go. All right. So, of course, the first thing we need to do is we need to bring it up. So that's available under the Advanced menu, all the way down here at the bottom, Preflight. And it happens to have, as you see, a key equivalent. And I could even put it in my toolbar if I wanted it up here in the toolbar. I don't have my toolbar available right now, but that's okay. I don't need it for aspects. So when the product comes up, you'll see this user interface. And let me walk you through parts of it. And we'll go through some of the parts in more detail. But let me sort of give you the overview at this point. We've grouped the thing into 3 categories. We have profiles, we have the results, and since we haven't done anything yet, of course, we don't have any results yet, so we can't go there. And then we have standards. And as Lori said, this is what I spend a lot of my time doing. And while I think this is, of course, a very important part of the Preflight product, it's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm not going to spend any time on this during this particular demo, but I'll show it, of course, here to point out that if you do have a need to make standards compliant